Good morning, children. Today I am going to start my session with the next chapter, chapter number 2. The name of the chapter is Some Basic Concepts of Macroeconomics. Okay. Under this chapter, the first topic is classification of goods. Here you should understand the meaning of classification. Classification means categorize. As we know that there are a countless number of goods are produced in the economy. Examples: shoes, shirts, butter, bread, maybe tractors, threshers, harvesters, maybe machines, engines, boilers. Okay, guns are different kinds of goods are produced in the economy. Okay, but for the economist, we should understand all goods can be further classified in main two headings. The first heading is here, the first heading is final goods and intermediate goods. Final goods and intermediate goods. The next one will be consumption goods or consumer goods. Consumption and consumer both are same. Okay. So consumption goods and capital goods. Okay. Today I would like to discuss the topic regarding the final goods. What do you mean by final goods? Here you should understand the meaning of final. Final, it means finally ready goods. Okay. So I would like to say define of it. Final goods are those goods which are crossed the boundary line of production and are ready for use by their final user. Okay. Then who are the users of this kind of goods? Definitely there may be two users, consumer and a producer. Consumer who would like to consume the goods to satisfy their own wants, while producer would like to buy the goods for further production. Okay, so final goods are further classified between two headings. First one will be the final consumer goods and second one will be final producer goods. Final consumer goods are those goods which will be finally consumed by the consumer. Example, maybe there will be bread, butter, etc. Okay, but final producer goods are those goods, maybe there will be machineries, etc. So, is it clear? Final goods are two types of goods are there, final consumer goods and a final producer goods. If a final goods consumed by the consumer to satisfy their own wants, here the example is bread or maybe butter or maybe fruits or maybe vegetables, then it will come under the category of final consumer goods. Final producer goods are those goods, maybe machines, threshers, tractors, boilers, if it will be directly purchased by the producer for the further production. Okay, it will come under the category of final producer goods. Okay. Here you should understand one more concept which is given in your book, a kind of expenditure incurred by the consumer and a producer. Okay, it will come under the category of the consumer's expenditure and investment expenditure. When expenditure incurred by the consumer, it will come under the consumption expenditure, and the expenditure incurred by the producer, it will come under the investment expenditure. Okay, and both will come under the final expenditure. Okay, the next type of good will come under the category of is intermediate goods. Okay, what do you mean by intermediate? Intermediate means it will come under the category of raw material or maybe semi-finished goods. Intermediate goods are those kind of goods which yet not crossed the boundary line of production. Value is still to be added these goods and which are not ready for use by their final user. In other words, we can say intermediate goods are those goods which are purchased by one firm from the other as raw material or as goods for resale. Example, okay, if a shirt purchased by firm X from firm Y with the motive of resale, then definitely firm would like to add their own profit. It will come under the category of intermediate goods. One more example, if the yarn making industry is purchasing a cotton, so cotton will come under the category of intermediate goods, okay, and yarn will come under the category of final goods, okay, if it will be purchased by the final consumer. Okay, so here in short I would like to say the define of intermediate goods. Intermediate goods are those goods which are within the boundary line of production, values yet to be added to these goods, and these goods are yet not ready for use by their final user. Here I would like to show you the picture of your book. Chapter number 2, some basic concepts of macroeconomics. Your first topic is classification of goods, final goods and intermediate goods, consumption goods and capital goods. Here I had explained this topic, classification of goods. Here there is a flow chart. Turn this page. Here the topic is final goods. Under the final goods, consumer and producer, final consumer goods, final producer goods. Then the expenditure, there will be consumption expenditure or investment expenditure. Okay. The next will be intermediate goods, and here the define of intermediate goods are those goods. Okay. So here today I had completed this 2 pages. Okay. The remaining part we will complete in the next video. Thank you. Good morning children. Today I am going to start my session with the topic consumption goods and capital goods. Okay. Consumption goods and capital goods topic belongs to your chapter number 2 of macroeconomics, and the name of the chapter is some basic concepts of macroeconomics. Okay. First of all, you should understand what do you mean by consumption goods. Consumption goods, also known as consumer goods. Consumer goods are those goods which will be finally consumed by the consumer to satisfy their wants. Okay. Here you should understand which kind of goods are consumed by the consumer. There are several number of goods are consumed by the consumer. Here the examples are maybe bread, butter, washing machine, sewing machine, maybe scooter, maybe car. Okay, the varieties of goods are consumed by the consumer to satisfy their wants. Okay, but as a student of economics, you should understand the consumption goods or a consumer goods are further classified between 4 headings. Here the headings are: first point, durable consumption goods. Second will be semi-durable consumption goods. Third will be non-durable or single-use goods. Fourth will be services or non-material goods. Okay, I would like to start with the topic durable consumption goods. Durable consumption goods are those goods which are consumed or purchased by the consumer their lifetime for maybe more than 5 years, or maybe it will be repeatedly used for several years, and their monetary value will be also high. Here the examples are given: TV, car, washing machine, refrigerators, scooters. Okay, this kind of goods will come under the category of consumer durable goods. Okay, the next topic is semi-durable consumption goods. Semi-durable consumption goods are those kind of goods it will be consumed by the consumer, but their lifespan is maybe up to only 1 year or slightly more than that. Okay, here the example is clothes, furniture, crockery, a pair of shoes. Okay, it will be used by the consumer but only for 1 year or maybe slightly more than that. The third topic is non-durable or a single-use goods. Non-durable, it means definitely it will be just consumed one time. That's why it is also known as single-use goods. Here the example is ink, domestic LPG, milk, maybe bread, maybe biscuits. If once we had consumed the same kind of goods repeatedly not consumed, okay, so it will come under the category of non-durable or a single-use goods. Okay, the next one is the fourth category, services or non-material goods. Services, yes, consumer need so many different kinds of services for their daily chores. Okay, here the examples are services of doctors, lawyers, maybe internet services. Varieties of services are consumed by the consumer to satisfy their needs. It will come under the category of non-material consumption goods. Okay, so once again I would like to revise. Consumption goods, also known as consumer goods. It will be further classified between 4 headings. Durable consumer goods, it means it will be used for several years. Their value will be also high. The example is TV, car, washing machine. The next topic is semi-durable goods. Their life time maybe or their lifespan will be 1 year or slightly more than that. The example is cloth, furniture, crockery, etc. The next will be non-durable or single-use goods. It means it will be just a single-use, one-time satisfying goods. Okay, so your one-time consumed goods. Ink, domestic LPG, milk, maybe bread, butter, biscuits are the example of it. Okay. The next one is services or non-material goods. The example is services of doctors, lawyers, internet services. This all will come under the category of non-material goods. Here you can see one more topic, capital goods. Capital goods are those kind of goods it will be finally consumed by the producer. Here the example is maybe all kind of plants and machinery will come under the category of capital goods. Capital goods are those goods it will be purchased or consumed by the producer and use it for several years. Okay, and depreciation will be also charged on this kind of machineries or plants. Okay, why? Because their lifespan is definitely it will be having more than 5 years, 10 years, and due to normal wear and tear or maybe on the basis of a daily usage, we can see the value of the assets will be goes down. Okay, so that the depreciation will be also charged on the capital goods. So capital goods are having 2 features. First one, all the capital goods are having high values. It will be used for several years, and the depreciation will be also charged on the capital goods. Today I would like to end my session with this topic. Thank you.